Good morning, MMTs. Welcome to 3 hours of the opening bell is in play. What we talked about was that silver bear that originally was way over here. I mean, you'd have to go back a long ways to get there, but nonetheless, there was a daily chart that we put together for everybody that we had a 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day breakout. So when we originally called for the reversal in silver, that we had broke out, and today we have a big gap down, and this is the daily ZSL silver bear. Now here on the 3-minute level, we have it up here. It's the Pro Shares short silver. Okay, so when we made when we sold off all last week, when we said we were going to have a reversal, we got to a bottom down here. And we came up today, before, this was Friday's movement, okay? The big gap down is today. This is the last piece of the Friday highs that happened on the morning, you know, back on the 6th there, May 6th there at 1412. We had the big gap down, and we also had the big gap up in the SLV. This is the SLV bull that has been totally brutalized in phase one. Today you gapped up and you had a $2 movement to the high here because you did. And let's see what the high was. The high was 36.50 and we just pulled back slightly. So when we got down to those lows on Friday, that was around, you know, a very good low where the shorts covered. We have a $2 high from there, a little bit more ratio. So we can see that the low of today was 35.80, and we can see that the range of the actual trading day is right here. The closing price was naturally different. It was in the neighborhood of, when it closed at 34.48. So that was the closing price. So we have a little over a dollar, close to $1.20 ratio gap to this low to that high. So basically, in exuberant phases is that the bulls, the margin debt selling happened. And since that margin debt selling has happened, you can see here on this daily chart, and I'm using the 3-minute on the SLV, but the daily chart on the SLV shows those big moves down, just the invert of the daily I showed over here on the big moves up. Big gap down, big gap up here, big gap in the bear, and big gap up here. So that trade was so crowded, the margin debts were being pulled in. If all the margin debts are going to have to know more than just 1 day. And just a bounce on Friday, today's gap is certainly encouraging, and there's a lot of upside. However, there are 5 more days to be traded here. We're going to be watching what this gap does today to the upside, and then we're going to be watching how this bear, if this bear is putting in a bottom here and doesn't want to go lower, then that means that this high is going to be in. So basically, by watching both intraday 3-minute here and 3-minute cycles here, we know where the dailies are. So this is a really good balanced trade to make a lot of money on. Once again, the bear is ZSL. The bull is SLV, silver, intraday. You can see the gaps. Here they are. Big gap down with the big gap up, and that's the update. We think that we need more time in price action to say that the low is put in. We'd like to see a retest of the lows. Once again, lots of margin debt selling, lots of people crowded in the name. We called the reversal. It's on the homepage. The thing about it is, if that side of the tape, that environment of people that were involved and the margin debt was taken higher, and if the selling has been capitulated, then we'll set up a bottom in silver. And same thing with any bull commodity run. They have bull runs, they pull back, then the same group of crowd will come around on take 2, and then people will think, hey, it's a great time to get in, and then we set that bull rally again on that exuberant side back up and take it that way. We just need a little bit of time today. We do have it narrowed down, both this bear and this bull silver.